Welcome back to Ghetto Garage. We have quite the task on hand. We have got to get this cowl panel off in this video, get that door and fender off on the other side, and see where this takes us. I don't know where it's going to take us, but we got to get somewhere in this video. I've got this fancy spot weld drill bit. I've already went ahead and tested some of these bits out, or some of these, trying to drill some of this out. I went ahead and tested it. It works phenomenally, phenomenal, whatever the word is. It works great. We're going to waste no time. We got to get these nuts off this cowl, these wiper arms. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with pulling the fender and door on the other side, and then we'll start getting the spot welds. So we're going to have to move some things up out of the way in here. It is expected. We have a lot to do here, so let's waste no time and hop right into it. My garage is a mess right now. When the engine gets back, I don't even know how I'm going to get it through the garage. There's so much room I'm working with. I guess we could lug it on, drag it across the floor, get it like right here, and then this is in the way. We're going to keep the wagon where it can still start and move. So the steering column's going to wait until we get the engine back. I like to be able to work on the engine. We've already taken the driver's side or passenger side off completely. So I have an idea of what needs to come off. What rod are we going to find under this stuff? What was that? Just going to make a pile on the floor. Come back to it later. This one needs a little bit more love. We are going to have to rip this liner out like we did the other side. See if I can get this bolt off. Oh, that's not rotted out. That's a huge surprise. But mama, that's where the fun is. Just let this jack down and move it on over. Rock it on over. Find something that's not rusty, which is pretty hard on this car at the moment. All right, I think that's up high enough. To get this liner out, you just need to grab a hold of it somewhere and push on it. That's how you get the liner out the way. What's that? Is there more rust in here? I knew that was there. Good old frame rot. Can I get to this? Okay, I guess I can't. Got that bolt. Now I know there's some bolts inside here from the other side. Nice. And there was another one. Yeah, that's right. Should be loose back here, which we are. I'm going to try to, I guess, get the bumper off, to be honest, because we tore up that fender extension. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the front bumper off because of this fender extension. I do not want to damage this one like I did the other side. Got in a full-blown rush. There's no reason for that, because you can get to these bolts, but they're right here. So we're going to get to them. Get them out of there. At least this side won't be so bad. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We got one more bolt holding this grill in. Let's go ahead and pluck it out of here. That thing's a mile long. Holy cannoli. Stick it back in there. Safekeeping. These grills for these cars are extremely hard to find, so we got to put this somewhere safe. This one, believe it or not, is in decent shape. It just spray painted black, which kind of sucks. I was thinking it was these two on top and two on the bottom, but I think it's actually these. So we'll take these out and then put those back in. Call me two-timing Chuck, because I do everything twice. Man. Of course, these bolts are going to be ornery. Guess we need to get a wrench on this guy, because she's being a little ornery. Make me bust my knuckles. Oh. Whew. The last bolt. My last resort for the night is these strip bolt sets. So I stripped it out for sure. There goes nothing. Nope, that didn't work. Well, I've tried about everything. I've just been cutting it. I'm about to hook up my air compressor now, get the belt sander, and just zip this thing down to nothing, and we'll just put a new thread in here. I can't wait all night long trying to get this one bolt out. The bumper should come off now. Maybe with a couple love taps on this side. Really? Bumper's ready to come off. Oh! Had to drill that freaking hole out with a belt sander, or just belt sand it out. I don't know where the pieces went. Let's continue trying to get this thing out. I think I might clean up some of my mess real quick. Got just some of the stuff out of the way that I wasn't using. There's a couple more bolts up in the front of this, which we should be able to get to now pretty easily because the grill and stuff is out. Let's just keep tackling it. We're not going to stop till this front end is ripped completely apart, the way that cowl panel can start getting ripped off. But mama, that's where the fun is. Where are these bolts? Where are these bolts? Oh, get down on my... What is this? A hole for a turbo? That's weird. What is that? Oh, there they are, right in front of my face. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay, and I think I thought there was one more in here. I guess there's not. Suppose it's in the inside behind that battery. It's time to pull this battery out. I can't believe I still have it in here. Yep, that bolt there. Next to that rotten battery tray. We'll have to replace that with some just any kind of tray. Let's go ahead and get this rotten thing out of my way. Is there one more? Is that it? Could that possibly be it? I think it is. I'll pry this light socket off the back of this bulb so I don't have to pull the whole light out. Just like that. We're out. Pull this wiring through. You mean to tell me this whole time there was a battery tie down in this? What? There's a light in here. I'm going to have to probably get to it from right here. How convenient. Yeah. That makes it a little easier. I think it's double-sided tape right there. That's nice. Let's pull her off. Looks like I have to go over something and get behind something in the front here. The whole fender needs to come like towards me, kind of. Get it off these bolts back here. Get out of this door. We're jammed up. We're jammed. There we go. That was a task. Oh, it was just seam sealer that came off over there. We're looking pretty solid in here. Oh, there's two shims. Oh, there's a big old fat spider in there. Scary. Suppose we could pluck this door off now. I suppose we can pluck this door off. Might as well. Completely just rip the front end of this car apart. Why am I doing this to myself? Because I am smart. I am special. Damn cars on the highway are loud. Suck if that door isn't latched, which I don't think it is. Sure isn't. Now it is. The last bolt. Get on this side of the door so it doesn't fall. Oh. Nice. Now we have made it to the cream of the crop. The ultimate rust repair. We do have some rot down in there. You can see it. So I'm not too worried about this side at all. I'm going to get the drill bit over here. We're going to start somewhere removing spot welds and see how far we can get. We're going to vacuum some of this crud up first. I'll show you how good this bit works, you guys. It's actually pretty impressive. So you're through. Doesn't take much. I need a smaller screwdriver. It's going to take some freaking work. Well, I've been working these spot welds for about 8 minutes now. I got this one out, and I'm kind of struggling with this one. It's not going too high. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm definitely not a professional at drilling out spot welds. I'm sure this is going to have to come out of the way at some point, which is illegal, so that's interesting. So I keep working this thing, man. That spot weld broke. Just keep doing like this. That one broke. That broke. I forgot we have no window. I like rubbing my hand on the bottom side because then I can find the spot weld inside the car. Well, I just said that. There's one there. No. What the heck? One there. Think. Interesting. Oh, they're getting further. Okay. They're not in the same spot on. There. Got that one. we've been coming along getting these spot welds all out. It's been going good up until this point here. This piece here is not like the other side. It's like welded up in here, and there's this bracket here welded up. That side's a lot more different. So what I think I'm going to do to avoid having to get rid of any of this stuff is I'm going to cut up along it and go past it and then cut the dash there. And I can weld all the stuff back in later. But we're going to have to do something because I can't get into there to get all that stuff. I mean, I guess I could, but just a whole lot more work on my hands. Well, I guess I could have just, dang it. There's spot welds on this. I could have just done that. Getting in a rush here, which we can still patch that. I guess I'm going to go ahead and try to get this piece off of this. I got to slow down. It's making more stuff for me to weld later. Just got to take a breather. Not no body, man. We're fabricating, man, so it's all a new game to me. There's a spot weld there for sure. We should be free. A little bit more on this corner. Give us a little bit more persuasion. There we go. Wish I didn't cut that, but I mean, here we are. We did it. Oh. Is there another spot weld in there? The other side was rotting out, so I don't really know. Alright, that's all off there. Getting this off is going to be interesting. Got the drill that's hanging out like a chop shop. Guys didn't see nothing. Thank God. Ventag disappeared into the no land, man. No man land. I seriously have no idea where that just went. Are you kidding me? You guys see it anywhere? Oh, there it is, right there. Ta-da! Mine now. There was a spot weld right there. This panel's whooping me. Work off, finally. Nice. We are somewhat separated. Well, it's now 10:30 at night. We got most of those spot welds. Well, actually, we got all of them. Wow, crap, there might be some. I am calling it for the night. This thing is coming out. It'll probably be out this weekend. My time's different. Before we even take this thing out, I need to set some pilot screws in this thing in a couple spots along here, some self-tapping screws. So when this thing goes back on, it goes back in the exact place it was originally in. So we have no fitment issues. Trying to think ahead. Yes, we did cut into this, which that's no big deal. We can weld that up. It'll be in the weather stripping of the window. Stuff's rough, man. We're getting it. We're getting close. This is what I'm kind of concerned about over here. I don't know. I need to be able to get in here and see how rotten this actually is. Because the guy may just cut this straight down and try to avoid getting these out of here. Because if I have to get those out of here, then this has to come off. And for this to come off, it actually, I could probably cut it right there. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this. I got to figure that out. I ain't got there yet. I'm still thinking. It's been 2 nights for me, a couple seconds for you all. We actually had some tornadoes come through here, which didn't come close to me. Hopefully everybody that did get involved with them are safe. We're going to keep tackling this thing. Firewall, in case you guys forgot for some strange reason. Couldn't imagine why. I'm going to start trying to take some of this stuff off the firewall now, and then we'll start doing some spot welds and all that bull hickey. For some reason, this garage leaks. I'm assuming that it comes in from somewhere over there and somehow gets over here, because it only ever sits in the middle of the garage. I don't see a trail from where it comes through. The garage isn't leaking. There's no water on anything, like on the top side, just on the ground down here. I don't know. It's like wet back there in that corner, I guess. I have no idea, you guys. I know it used to leak over here, and I fixed it from the outside. I put a bunch of Flex Seal or some kind of sealant over there, and it actually worked for a long time. Without further ado, let's figure out bolts and crap and start pulling stuff. Start plucking. Damn wet floors making it hard to do anything in here. First of many. Put these bolts back in here just so they don't get lost. You guys can hear the rain. I do apologize. Got to get out of here when I can, so I can't just wait for the rain to go away. Could it be everything on this is going to be the same size? Now, of course, the ballast resistor isn't. Not sure where this line is, but it's toast. I can see it's rotten in half. Wow. Where's that running to? It's going up in here somewhere. Who knows? We got to get that crap out of here. I know that. The more stuff we pull off, better remember where it goes. Got the 3 nuts there. There's a smaller nut in the inside. That one looks scary. I believe there's a nut right here. Let's hope for the best. That thing is weird looking. Wiper assembly out. We'll stick this nut back on there. Try to keep everything somewhere where it needs to be. Now we got to figure out the brake booster. What size are you? Way up in there. Better get this right. Ow. Smaller than a 14. Where's my 13? Huh. I need longer extensions. Remember, the longer the extension, the more torque you got. And we're going to need all the torque this thing has to offer. Ugh. We're prepared. Line her on in there. And watch your teeth. There's one. There's two. Try to give you guys the best viewer experience you could have. Hell yeah, brother. Get these off there. Guess I'll try to get this bolt here out and see if that does anything for us. I almost feel like that clip comes off. I just don't know how. It's a weird looking clip. It's just spinning on me. How do you come off there? Pretty interesting. Never seen such a clip like that before. This thing should just pop right out of its place now. We don't need it out of the way that much, but it needs to be off the firewall. Could I ever get so lucky where I could just like put it right here? Alright. I guess we're pulling brake lines. It's all a freaking jam. Did not want to pull brake lines, but here we are. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you can hear the storm in the background and all the rain and stuff. I feel like the microphone really helps out of the sound in these videos. Of not picking up so much background and other kind of silly noises. At least that's how I feel about it. What in tarnation? So back in here, there's a little cotter pin and a slide pin. Good thing my needle noses are right here. It's all right. Don't need to panic. I just get on the thing. See if I can put it back in there if I can find this cotter pin in the car. May make things just a little bit easier. After some headache, there's just a bolt holding this little thing on instead of even messing with that cotter pin. That's right here. Great. Now it's me in a bind because the brake booster's all coming off. Well, I guess it's kind of safe to say this car's not moving right now. Put this off to the side. This is what I was talking about. I was trying to get this cotter pin off right there. I didn't realize that there's just a bolt right there, and I already took that bolt out, I believe. Yep, that's all it was holding the thing in. This line right here is what I was talking about. It's right off. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of here so it is gone out of the way, because it's right in the way of the spot welds. It literally goes up against the wall. Somebody had replaced it with this line here. So we'll just go ahead and cut that bad boy out of there. It's crazy. I had 2 pairs of snips in this garage. I can't find either pair right now. I had them. You know how that goes. Oh, they're right here in front of my face. Well, I thought I was recording right here. I guess I was not. Went ahead and cut this line. It's going up in this tab. I don't have sockets on me, so we're just going to manhandle this thing until it's gone. And it goes somewhere down here, so we're just going to do this number. Okay, pal. I've had enough. I've had enough of the games. Whoa! What was that about? Careful. Probably shouldn't be using that one-handedly. Another zip tie? Get out of there. Is there more of them stupid clips on the firewall? Probably. Yeah, there's one there. Dang it. No more, Mr. Nice Guy. All these zip ties. This is actually just a pry tab. Come on. That'd suck if I cut the wrong line, wouldn't it? There we go. Now we have more access. Let's get straight into this. Start drilling out the spot welds that I can easily find. Some of them are not easily found. I have been grinding and cutting beating for an hour and 26 minutes. It is finally time to take this thing off for good. See how bad this stuff really, truly is. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Wow. Check that crap out. Holy crap. This thing is way rougher than I was thinking it was going to be. Wow. How are we going to weld onto this turd? Wowzers. Let's hit some of these spots of the wire wheel and see how much comes through. Gotta grind it down. There's holes lit up everywhere. Where does a guy even begin? Wow. Looking at all this and this, we're not even gonna worry about this piece right now. We're probably gonna build this section first. I may need to get that bracket back on there. Figure out where it goes. Or figure out where, yeah, bolts right back on. We'll put that, get that back on there, get it welded back on, and then we can start building. I want to build this side first because this window it is a little flimsy, but it's not that flimsy. And it goes like right in here. I think it goes like right there. So we got to get that back on. And then we can start fabricating all this, fabricating this stuff up. We'll grind her down smooth. We're going to get her done right. This thing, it looks really rough. It is in a lot of spots. There's a lot of holes in it. But we're going to fix up what we can. The big holes. Yes, we're going to try to fix all these small guys. And then we're going to put some chassis saver down in here. Put the cowl panel back on. Then we'll start building the cowl panel. Same thing. Actually, with the cowl panel, I'll probably end up trying to repair a lot of it off the car if I can. Like the holes and stuff that need to be patched. I don't need it's beat to hell, but we're going to have to figure something out. I don't want to cut both sides at once because then you're not going to know what to build off of. We got to do this side first so we know we go over there and look and measure and all that good stuff. And fingers crossed, everything works as planned. This car is really rough. We're going to try to save it and give it a little bit more life. I know it's rough. It's very, very rough. It's crazy how rough this thing is, but I believe in ourselves. You guys keep watching is what's going to get this thing built and done. We're going to see this thing back on the road one day, and I'll probably daily drive this one, actually. It runs freaking phenomenal. It's a cool little car. It's a very cool little car. Then again, we may tackle this side first because it's not so bad. I don't know. We'll figure it out when that time comes. I wish I still had the windshield. I know there's a little bit of wiggle room in the windshield. There's a little bit of crack, so if this thing isn't perfect, the window should still seal. But it's going to be pretty damn close. I mean, we're not replacing this entire thing. We're going to piece it together in a bunch of spots and do the best that we can with what we got given to us. I know down there's going to be a little bit challenging. We're still oh, okay, never mind, I got that off. Down there, it's going to suck getting down in here because we're going to be working like over ourselves, leaning over the car and all that good stuff. We can get inside the car and get it down in there. It just, I guess it all depends. We'll probably work both sides of it. Cut it out and make a template. We'll have to get the straddle cable and all this stuff out of the way. Thank goodness there's no holes like behind the block. Because that's workable room. we only need a small hole back for this throttle cable. And honestly, that thing's rubbing right now anyways as it is. Well, it's probably because that's on it, but we'll put another hole in there and get rid of some of that garbage. We always drill another hole in there, make pilot holes or make grommets and stuff in there. We're not looking for show quality. Like I said, we're going to put, I'm trying to think here. I'll probably go ahead and put chassis saver on this entire thing, even down in the cracks, and then we'll come back and re-drill these spot welds out where they need to go. Thank goodness these are still here, because that's like a telltale sign where the thing goes back on. I didn't put the pilot screws in, and I freaking regret I was going to do it, and I totally forgot about it. So hopefully that doesn't turn around and bite me in the butt. But that's about all we can do right now. I actually think I'm going to end this video, because we're not going to do no fabrication in this video. We're going to save that for a whole other video. We're going to start that project, templates and metal. I got a little metal right here, not much, so we're definitely going to have to figure that out. We're going to make a bunch of templates, probably do a lot of welding and on the bench and stuff like that. I'm going to probably make this piece here, like off templates, and then take it over there and test fit it and do a bunch of stuff, get the curvature and all that good stuff back in it. Even if we got to beat the crap out of it, because we got to do our best to make it retain or not retain water. That is the main focus here. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you think I'm nuts, if you think I'm stupid, please like, subscribe, share. Drop a comment down in there. Even if you got something bad to say, negative, it helps the algorithm. Please stick around a while, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Oh, what have I got myself into this time? Cowl panels rotted, floor pans rotted, frame rails rotted.